Hey, this is Paul from Wondershare MobileTrans, and a lot of people have been having a problem where Microsoft's OneDrive doesn't seem to be syncing, and Microsoft's OneDrive is really useful because it gives you really good storage capability options, and we know it's also secure. But when it doesn't seem to work, it doesn't seem to sync, we need to try and fix that problem, and that is what today's video is going to be all about. But you know the drill. Before we start the video, if you're new here to MobileTrans, then why not subscribe to the channel, and of course turn that notification bell on so you don't miss a single video that we upload to the channel, because we're always giving you tips and tricks to help you out in your tech life. So now let's get into today's video. No one can look at Microsoft and deny what they have brought to the technological space in the world. Because of Microsoft, we have advanced so much quicker in terms of technology than we might ever have done without them. And although Microsoft did a fantastic job with OneDrive, there are times where this doesn't back up files to OneDrive perfectly. There are numerous explanations if OneDrive is not syncing, and there's a potential that you may encounter a OneDrive sync trouble if you're using an outdated version of the program, and then maybe what you'll need to do is try and get more cloud sync space, and that is just because you would have run out of room. Even if you are a OneDrive Premium subscriber, you can only upload 10 GB files maximum, and sometimes you then might be having that sync issue if you then uploaded too much data, which just sounds crazy. But these are all the problems that you might end up facing with those sync issues, and we know a lot of you face those sync issues, so this is what the video today is going to be all about. We will hopefully solve as many of those sync issues as we possibly can whilst you are here. So let's show you how you might be able to fix that with our method number one. The first method, and the most simple one, is just to try and resync Microsoft's OneDrive, and that might be something that you don't know exactly how to do, but this will fix a lot of the issues that you might actually be having whilst using OneDrive. So what you'll need to do for this one is you need to right click on OneDrive, the cloud symbol in your notification area, to accomplish it. If you can't find this, then just select that show hidden icons from the menu. Selecting exit will close the desktop program of the app, and then restarting the computer will enable OneDrive to re-establish that connection. And this would be a really easy remedy if your OneDrive wasn't syncing. And hopefully that would just solve it, but you might be sat there thinking, well, that actually hasn't quite solved my problem, so what is next? Well, let me show you method two. Like we mentioned before in the intro, if you are a premium OneDrive subscriber, then you might have a load of different storage options for yourself. But then what you can only do is upload 10 GB of files at a time. And sometimes doing this can cause a bit of a problem. So the best thing that you can do is try and compress those files so you can upload a little bit more at a time. And this is how you would go ahead and compress those files. If you have files that are bigger than that 10 GB, then it is worth making sure that you compress them. So what you need to do is use something called WinZip or the Windows native capability to make sure that these are compressed. All you need to do is simply choose Add to Archive or Send it to Compress folder when you right click the file that you want to compress. Your Windows version will determine what happens. This kind of pop-up will then appear. And then to resolve those OneDrive sync issues, you can choose that type of compression and set the storage limit from there. And then hopefully this will help you with those horrible syncing issues. But on to method number three. Method number three is probably the simplest in the entire video, and that is to make sure that your Windows version is up to date. Sometimes having an outdated version of Windows can cause the sync issue problems, and updating it is really simple. So let me tell you how you can go ahead and do it. All you have to do is go to that Windows option at the bottom. Then, when in here, just search for Windows Update. Once you've done that, select on the option that you can see on screen. Then, in this screen, it will show you a list of updates that you can do to your Windows system. You might not have any, or you might have a couple that need to be done. To be on the safe side, make sure you update everything. And then, once you've done so, just click Restart to restart your computer. The next option to help you is to turn off that Office upload, and it's a possibility that what's happening here is that when you go into your OneDrive, its normal operation is coming from the automatic Office upload feature, and this is something that we can turn off. To fix this, you need to visit OneDrive settings and select the Office option if it is not synchronizing. You must next pick the Use Office to sync Office files that I open option and then click OK to save your choice. Then just make sure you restart OneDrive, and hopefully, fingers crossed, this will help with any of those sync issues. Next is maybe a bit of a strange one, but your file path might be just a little bit too long. So according to Windows, OneDrive's maximum file path can only be 255 characters. So this could be one of those things that is causing that syncing issue. So sometimes those subfolders or really long names might just have to be changed, and you can do this really easily and it doesn't take long at all. You just need to go to your folders that are saved in that OneDrive's directory and just rename anything if it seems like it might just be a little long. A little simple fix, and it might just help those sync issues. If you're still having problems with OneDrive syncing after you've actually tried to reset it, then what we can do is then unlink it from the computer and have it sync with only specific files. And let me show you how we can do this and get that fix. You can go to OneDrive setting menu and then click the Accounts button, and apply modifications by selecting Unlink OneDrive or unlink this PC from the menu, and that should help you fix any of those issues. If you've tried all of the above methods and you're still having a problem, then don't worry, there are still a couple of ways that we can do this. So let me show you the first way that we can do by resetting OneDrive. You need to run a prompt here, and you can do this by selecting the Windows and R keys and then enter the command that you can see on screen now, and we will put this in the description below. You then just run that command and hopefully that will help by resetting OneDrive. After resetting OneDrive, enter the command on either command prompt or run prompt, and it will be the command that you see on screen. This will run the setup once again and re-establish that connection. And they are all of our tips to help you get that OneDrive syncing and up and running. But what if you want an alternative to Microsoft's OneDrive? The question is, do we have one? The answer to that is yes, and it's something called MobileTrans. Of course, if those OneDrive tips have not helped you, then there is an alternative to help you back up some of your data, and this is by using a program you might have heard of before called MobileTrans. MobileTrans Backup by Wondershare is a very dependable and safe method of backing up data from Android and iOS devices to desktops. You can carry out your data backup with MobileTrans, and it can be done in just a few clicks. So let me show you how you can get this all installed. The first thing you need to do is install this on your computer and run it, and then select backup and restore. Then phone backup and restore from the welcome screen's list of options. You then need to attach your device to the system and then wait for the program to recognize it on its own. The UI will recognize all of your phone's files, and after that you can click the backup button, so just be patient as this can take a bit of time. When finished and all those files have been detected, press the start button and start the backup procedure, and your data will be restored. Just make sure you wait, don't turn off your phone or unplug it. When the process is finished, the interface will notify you, and after that you can safely then unplug your device and use it as necessary. And it is as simple as that to use MobileTrans to back up your data from your iPhone or your Android device, and it doesn't take long at all, and you can find a link to download it in the description below. Hopefully your Microsoft OneDrive sync issues have all been fixed with the tips that we've given you in this video, and if you wanted to try something else, MobileTrans is there to help you as well. So why not let us know in the comments if we did help you out. Of course, like the video and subscribe to the channel and turn that notification bell on so you don't miss out on any of the videos that we upload here on the MobileTrans channel. And if you do all of that, I will see you in the next video.